Hey, and welcome to the Drep and Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Are you? Are you Call? We'll talk about that later. Hey,
we'll get to it.
So to start this episode off, last week we talked about I went to Ireland.
Yeah.
And I thought this was super interesting, and I wanted your opinion on it. So Coors, for whatever reason, is a big beer in Ireland.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah, you have. I've been there with you. I was like, wait. I was like, you ain't been to Ireland yet.
No, I've been to Coors.
Yeah, you have been to Coors. Now, if you drink a Coors in Ireland, next time you got to go to Ireland. You're gonna love Ireland.
Can't wait.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Coors in Ireland. All right. Here in the States, Coors is bottled at 4.3%.
Okay.
In Ireland, you ready?
Yep.
3.4.
Huh.
Ask me why.
Why, Nick?
The Irish have figured out a way, or maybe the Coors distributors in Ireland, basically make Coors 3.4 to get around some duty.
Huh.
D-U-T-Y.
Right.
Yeah.
Not, you don't want to step in it.
Nah, you don't want to step in that duty. To get around duty. And I find that incredibly interesting.
So they don't have to pay a tax?
There's something about the tax. I don't know, in Ireland, like as the ABV increases, like do you have to pay certain tax? I don't know what that is.
Right.
But yeah, basically they avoid some taxes because it is 3.4% in Ireland versus 4.3% here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
Actually, I think I did. I think both Carol and I did. I know Carol did. I don't honestly remember if I had one. I had a bunch of different things.
But mostly Guinness.
But yeah, absolutely, mostly Guinness because it's Guinness in Ireland and it's so damn good. But I did try it. Like I do remember for sure trying hers at the very least.
Right.
And tastes like Coors.
Right. I mean, I can't imagine that would make a huge difference.
Nope, not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good on them.
I mean,
it's like a session. It's like a session beer now.
It's a session beer.
It is anyway.
Session. I was going to say,
but,
like, a couple of those, you're going to be just fine. But now, like, even more. You're going to be finer.
Go ahead, give me a six-pack.
Just, I want you to pour
Keep
up
them coming.
Just pour up 6 pints right now. Because I'm just they're gone. I found it super interesting. Like here in the States, if they were to do that in the States, man, there'd be such an uproar.
Right.
And maybe there is in Ireland, but I doubt it.
I mean, it'd be a small uproar.
Because it's a small country.
No, I mean here.
Oh.
I don't think that'd be a huge uproar. I think there's a small contingency that'd be like, wait a minute.
Nah, there'd be some people that are like, you don't mess with our course.
Fox News would make a mess out of that. For sure they would. That sounds like headline news.
Can you do me a favor?
Hell yeah.
I think there's a knife.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I can't get
into it?
Nah. There you go.
That is odd.
Yeah. But would you like to drink something with me?
Absolutely, I would. What do you have?
I have for us something I'm really excited for, but kind of nervous about.
Okay.
This, Kyle, is a rare character single barrel series.
Okay.
This is actually selected by our friends at Lakeland Whiskey, which we've done our own single barrel with, our public barrel, which we've talked about. Go back and listen to the episode. There might be a bottle or two left. At this point, probably not. But like, if you can find one, go buy one. Anyway, this is an American light whiskey from Rare Character. It comes in, are you ready? This is why I'm excited and scared.
Okay.
It comes in at 70.
70.
70.
Wow.
0.81 ABV.
Holy poo-poo.
Let me say that again. 70.
70.
0.81. For those of you doing math, that's 141.62.
Oh my gosh.
That's
jet fuel.
That's a powerful whiskey.
Man.
That might be one of the highest whiskeys we've had. And it's certainly in recent memory. I know that some of our JD single barrel proofs are up that high.
I don't know if I've ever had anything over 140.
Yeah, that's 140 mark. That's a fun mark to hit.
I mean, 130 is hard to find.
Yeah.
140?
Okay.
What was the Highland?
Oh, that
Gulf
might be
Coast.
that might be in the 140s.
I mean, that one's up there.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know, and it's way on the back shelf. I'm not grabbing that.
I'm curious.
Okay.
It's only 65.8.
Wow.
So this is 5 above that.
Yeah, and I think the single barrel proof I have is in the 130s.
Man. Like I said, I don't think I've ever had a whiskey in the 140s.
Yeah, that's a tough. That's
Holy
a tough
moly.
proof. Okay, so there's that, right?
Just gonna go burn a hole straight through you like alien blood.
Yeah.
Acid. Just
Okay, so there's that 141.62 proof.
Yeah.
This whiskey, Kyle, was distilled November 1st,
Okay, not that long ago.
2004.
Wow.
Yeah, in terms of when this was bottled, Kyle, this whiskey is 20 years and 11 months old.
Holy crap. That whiskey's almost old enough to drink itself.
I know. Here in the States.
Wow.
Kyle, this is by far the oldest. It might be the oldest whiskey we've had.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
off the top of my head,
wow.
we've had some 18s.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the oldest I've had.
Have we had scotches that push 20?
I've only had like that.
Man.
The only thing I can think of is 18-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah. This might be one of our oldest whiskeys ever.
It's got to be it. I don't think I've ever had a 20-year-old whiskey.
I honestly don't know. I'm going to say this is one of the highest proof and one of the oldest whiskeys we've ever had.
This should be interesting.
Yeah, this was bottled in October of this year. Oh, well, October of 2025. So here we go. You ready?
Ready. Whoa. Well, that was surprising.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay. If I can see any vapors coming off of that.
Dang it. Second episode in a row that I've spilled a little bit on me.
No, I think it's like 400 episodes in a row. Just the second one today.
That's what I meant. All right.
Oh my God. You're going to say one word. Like there are 0 legs.
That is weird.
It just like comes
What
clean
is
off the
going
glass.
on
Just like,
there? I have never seen that.
It's got to almost be like evaporating so quick because it's pure alcohol.
Dude, that is bizarre.
Yeah, that is weird.
Let me do a little rolly roll. Lord.
Say it.
Expo marker.
There it is.
Holy
It's
crap.
pure Expo.
No. Yeah, it's that. It's rubber cement.
Yeah, it is.
It's Expo, rubber cement, spray paint
Yeah.
in a paper bag.
Yeah, the little spray paint with the ball inside.
Yeah. Spray that spray adhesive in a paper bag and go to town.
Jesus. Is there anything?
Oh
Can
my-
you get down in there?
No, I just dropped. I have no nose hairs left.
There's some really old caramel if you can get down in there.
All right, give me a second.
Really old grandma's purse candy.
Jeez, man, like that. Okay. Whew. Oh, all right. I've pushed the proof out of the way. I said, get out of here, proof.
Get on out of here, Expo. Take your markers with you.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
You're right.
It reminds me of what I think the whiskey of the Old West would smell like.
You think? You think it was like this?
Just pure lightning.
Yeah. Like they probably didn't have a lot of age on it.
Yeah.
This does.
This does.
Probably didn't have a lot of char on it.
Right. And so this is a light whiskey. And by light whiskey, like, you look up a bunch of different things. Basically, light whiskey is it enters a barrel at a higher than, I'm going to say, normal proof. And so like 160 to 180. So it really is up there. But generally, light whiskey also comes from uncharred barrels. But this one says it's a charred barrel. It's MGP juice. It's from Indiana.
Right.
And it literally says distilled, bottled, Indiana. I'm assuming it's MGP just based on what it's saying there, right?
That'd be my assumption.
No, but you're right. It's old caramel. I just can't get over the proof though. It's just in your face.
It is.
What other notes are there?
It's really hard to find anything else. Like it's just caramel's the only thing popping out. Oh man, it almost like makes you tear up a bit. Woo.
Okay, you know what I've done? Instead of putting your nose all the way in the glass, do this. Put your nose like over the glass. Like I'm gonna show you a new way we've never sniffed before. All right,
Do it.
Here we go.
You put your mouth in there?
No, like
Or like you're about to sip it?
yeah, like you're about to sip it, but don't sip it. Just smell like that. Then I get actual.
Do that again
Yeah.
and breathe through your mouth.
Why did you do that to me? Okay,
That is wild.
but you see what I mean? Like now,
But do you
now
not get caramel
yeah, it's
when you
like,
do that?
It is caramel and butterscotch.
All right. Do it again.
Yeah.
Breathe it in and then breathe it back out.
I bet you I could light this room on fire. Just like strike a match and the whole thing blows up. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I'm getting some vanilla, a little bit of toffee.
Vanilla for sure.
And I'm getting that black strappy molasses kind of note. Just like there's a little bit of bitter.
Good Lord.
What is that?
Almost like rubbery.
Rubbery. Yeah. You ever had like mulled wine? Or like a heated wine, or like even like a hot toddy maybe? It kind of reminds me of that without it being that.
Have you breathe it in through the mouth and then close your mouth and like you can like
chew it?
Yeah.
You can chew the vapors? You totally can.
Like that. Mostly just like sugar.
Which makes sense. I mean, all these alcohol vapors are
they gotta be pulling
sugar.
something up with it, yeah. Whoa, you just sipped it?
No, I'm just breathing in air.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I'm a little nervous to sip it.
Me too. Sensory wild.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, 141 20-year-old American light whiskey.
Almost 21.
Nearly 21.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Whoa. I mean, to get a new Kentucky Hug after you've been drinking whiskey, and it's like, nah, you ain't been drinking whiskey. Nah, you're drinking whiskey. Is weird. Like, we're already a couple of pours in.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm accustomed to anything. Hit me. It's like, nah, you ain't.
Yeah.
This did it like, does the whole thing. Like, wow.
This feels unsafe to drink.
It feels too much. Like it's you're edging on it. It was hard to get the sip in because you're already bringing in those vapors, and they're already the vapors alone are like biting at your palate.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I haven't got to the liquid yet. I'm sure trying to get there.
Okay. It's real rugged too.
But it's rich.
It's very rich. It's sweet.
Yeah.
And that to me is something so interesting because you have such a high proof. I expect that to just be overwhelming. And it's formidable. Like,
oh, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just burped.
It's syrupy.
But it is. It's syrupy. It's almost like pour that over pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of maple kind of notes.
It's like maple, a little bit of
butterscotch.
Yeah, a little bit of Caro.
Yeah.
Like the dark corn syrup. Wow.
I'm going to say it, man.
Okay.
You got an ice cube?
Yeah.
I'd like to chuck an ice cube in mine.
Okay. You want to keep it in the cairn? You want to put it in a bigger glass?
You got a cube that'll fit in the cairn?
I mean, just a... Oh, I don't think that work either. Well, maybe.
Knock one down. I'm just saying like with a spoon, like tap the ice cube.
Yeah.
Break it in half.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
I think this would be enhanced by an ice cube. It's so powerful. There's so much strength in it. It's hard to stretch it out and pull apart the flavors. But you know what I mean? Like neat.
Yeah.
Like it's
too
fun
much.
to try it.
Yes.
And to experience that level of heat.
Yeah.
But it's just like, for the sake of the whiskey, you're not really doing it any favors.
And that's,
drinking it at that proof.
That's generally how I feel about whiskeys that push 120. Like,
agreed.
Once you get over that, the experience has diminishing results.
For sure.
You're battling so much with proof that you lose so much, I feel like.
Yeah.
And maybe it is something that, you push. I'm going to say like old granddad 114 to me is that's the level, right? Like 114. And even then I can put that over ice and be just fine. But like, that's okay, we're good.
Yeah. If I go much above this, it's.
Yeah. Like Rare Breed is also in that same general realm. I think Rare Breed's 116 maybe, something like that. After that, it becomes an experience that is more about the proof than it is about the liquid.
Yeah.
More about the taste, I guess.
It's like now.
Yeah.
Already. We've had the ice cube in it maybe 20 seconds.
Oh.
I'm already getting barrel notes. I can taste char.
Wow. Yeah.
It's stretching all that sweetness apart, and you can kind of like feel your way through that.
Yeah, that's far more enjoyable too.
Yeah.
And that's just a tiny little ice cube. Like it's not even a big chunky ice cube.
No. Just need something
the hug is still there,
to break it apart a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that gives you the access to the beauty that is the whiskey itself.
Yep. Now there's like this like buttery caramel.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's delightful.
Like fudgy nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Still
that is
incredibly rich.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of like powdered sugar.
Sure.
Confectionery.
Yeah. caster sugar.
Yeah,
like
icing.
super fine ice. Yes. I know just from other members of Lakeland Whiskey, like this is something that some people have already plowed through a bottle. Like this came out in terms of when we're recording, like less than a month ago, like almost a month ago, and like people have already plowed through a bottle. That's tough. That's someone who I'm gonna say like we have some whiskey knowledge.
Sure.
I don't think it's not. I recognize like the oddity of the statement I'm about to say. I don't think it's not good. I think it's such a challenge that becomes the thing versus like the flavor of all of it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to me, where I'm at in
Yeah.
the journey,
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I actually enjoy putting my whiskey on ice.
Yeah.
Just because it does things to the whiskey. It changes the chemistry of the whiskey. So if you do have something that's like this incredibly high proof that you can chuck an ice cube in and it's still at this point probably still around like 120 proof, or like 110.
Yeah.
Like fantastic for me because, I'm getting to benefit from the full flavor, but I'm also like able to have the temperature drop and it's improves, I think, the refreshingness of it.
Yep.
It's almost more cocktaily.
Yeah. I
don't know.
It definitely changes. It changes your engagement with the drink for sure.
Yeah. So it's just that's a nice thing to be able to have to it also.
Yeah. Well, and to me, even with our bottle, like our bottle is 126.
Yeah.
And even with that, just putting it just over ice or a couple drops of water, it mellows it out. And as much as I love our bottle just neat too, because it's not this, but it mellows it out just a little bit. It takes those edges, softens those edges, accentuates kind of some of the sweet within it.
Yeah, it becomes more of a sweet cinnamon, whereas if it's neat, it's more like a hot cinnamon.
Exactly. And I think that this is likewise where you have, instead of just like caramel that's been set on fire, you've got caramel that's like hot buttered caramel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just it becomes that much of a better drink overall.
Yeah, agreed.
I will say this. That is a fun bottle though.
Oh yeah.
Even at the 141.62. Like that is a fun bottle.
Yeah, for sure. This is a really good whiskey. It's more hands-on. Like you've got to like get it. It's like alchemy. You've got to get it to the point where like there it is.
And this is one that like you put this in the Rolodex and you're like, not file it away, but you're like, that one's interesting. That one is formidable. That's something I'm going to put this right up there with that Highland Park Gulf Coast. Like that thing it's good, but it's like, even with those people that have quote unquote earned it or have experienced the journey to get to that,
right?
You're not gonna want that all the time. Like that's an experience kind of bottle,
right?
Or like I would love to battle something.
Well, and we live in Florida. It's 80 degrees here year round.
Yeah,
and I'd like a cold drink, but if I chuck an ice cube in 100 proof, that's only going to be good for like the first 2 sips.
Yeah.
And then it just gets too watered down. And now I'm just like, now it's just like it's stretched everything so far apart that it's just a faint whisper of what it was.
Yeah.
This can handle the ice cube.
Absolutely.
And get you to a place where like now I'm able to enjoy a cold beverage, but I'm not losing any of that flavor and impact.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's actually making it more interesting because I
agree.
I'm not being numbed by the fire of it.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
and I don't have to fight that. I can enjoy the whiskey itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of enjoying something, I challenged you. I presented this to you in late November.
Did that make it on a podcast?
It did. Yeah.
The challenge. Yeah.
Yeah. I made this challenge to you. I brought the tome that I'm holding in my hands.
Yeah.
And honestly, I gotta be honest, like holding this book again, it feels right. I haven't picked it up in a couple of days because I finished it a little while ago.
I finished it a couple hours ago.
I know you did, but I'm holding it. I'm like,
last night about 1:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just holding this, like I will probably reread this.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Larry McMurtry's Lonesome Dove.
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, so in November, I think it was November, when that episode came out, it was probably late November, maybe early December.
Yep.
I had an extra copy of this, and I said, hey, you want to read this with me? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, ironically, like I've been wanting to read that.
Yeah, and I think we set a goal to finish it by end of January, and here we are, mid-January, when we're recording, early January.
Yeah.
And we both finished
Barely got into January.
Yeah, I know. We both. In fact, I finished it the 2nd. You finished it the 6th, or I guess the 7th, early morning of the 7th, right?
Yep.
So we're ahead of schedule, Kyle.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to the book. Because you get into it and the pages start flying by.
They really, truly do. This thing is 856 pages.
856, I think you're right.
Am I right? 858.
858.
Two off. 858 pages, and it didn't feel like it.
Nah.
It really, truly didn't.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, and they're wordy pages. Like it's tiny print.
It's pretty tiny print.
I was pretty amazed. Definitely the largest book I've ever read.
Yeah.
Thought it would have even just a couple of weeks ago. I think I sent you a picture of where I was at and did not think I was going to have it finished by today.
Yeah, by this vacation day. Yeah.
Did it.
Yeah.
Just because like it goes.
Well, and I knew, like, when I challenged you to read this with me, like, even for somebody who's an avid reader, and I think you're becoming more of an avid reader.
Sure.
It's a long book.
Right.
You know, I think anything over pushing that 400 page mark starts to become a long book. Over 500 pages, that's a long book. And we're almost 400 pages past that.
I'd be really interested because, like, I haven't done this yet, but for the past year, I've been keeping a reading log of when I've started books, when I've finished them, what I thought about them and stuff like that. And so, like, you know, I think in whatever that episode was, I think I mentioned the Overstory,
right,
which is like a 500 and something page book.
Yeah.
And that one took me forever to get through just because I wasn't engaged with it. Like,
right.
It did not keep me coming back. And like there would be stretches of days where I would go without reading it just because I wasn't so engaged to come back to it. And so for this to be 300 pages more, and I bet I finished it in half the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's a testament to the writing as a whole.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, I like a Western. We've had conversations about Westerns, but I've never read a Western of this kind. I've never really read a Western book. Like Louis L'Amour is kind of like the quintessential Western, if you will. Like there's 7,000-8,000 Louis L'Amour books, and if you read one, like they're fine,
right?
But like I saw this and I was like, this is a book that's recommended. It's the 40th anniversary of the book, 2025 was. And this is a book that's like recommended across a bunch of different people, not just, book people of a certain type, but like a bunch of people have recommended this.
Right.
So it's like, this is going to be something super interesting. And yeah, the pages just flew.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure they did.
I think my longest stretch at a time, I think I might have sat down and read 100, maybe 120 pages at a single
in
sitting.
one sitting.
In one sitting, yeah.
Wow.
And not like on a plane or anything like that. Although I did take this to Ireland with me, honestly, because Carol made me. She's like, you're taking that.
Right.
She carried it all the way to Ireland, by the way. But in one stretch, in like a morning, I just plowed through 120 pages and like looked up and like, whoa. I just read 120 pages straight and like didn't feel bad about it.
In one sitting, I was probably like around 50 pages.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good stretch.
Yesterday I started with 100 pages to go.
Yeah,
and did half in the morning and then half at night.
Yeah,
and finished the
that's
last 100 pages in one day. Yeah,
and like reasonably, we finished this in a month. Let's say
month plus,
month and a couple of days. Yeah, and like it was such a good read.
Yeah, I think it's the very early on they set up the goal, and then it's just you just want to know if they're going to do it.
Yeah. So the premise is the first couple of chapters are like basically just setting up what Lonesome Dove is and who these characters are. And Lonesome Dove is a
right there.
Yeah.
Is that a good title for the book?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a good title for the book, just because like the title of a book is. It's your first thing that you're being exposed to within this narrative. is the title.
Right.
And is that going to grab your attention? And like, perhaps you would know it's a Western, but now like after having read it, I do kind of think of like, I wonder why you stuck with that.
So I have
as the title.
I have some analysis, and I'll share that in just a second. But yes, in hindsight, after getting through the book itself, I really do think that Lonesome Dove it's actually a really good title for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, which is a very like classic, I think, like Southern Western even like thing of like, it intrigues you to make you think like, what is that about?
Yeah, what is the Lonesome Dove?
Yeah, like I mean, you think of like doves in pairs.
Yeah,
the Lonesome Dove. Like, right. Oh, okay, interesting. Do you remember reading where he got the title?
No.
Larry McMurtry was driving somewhere, and like this is in the preface in the version that we're reading.
Yeah,
he talks about how he initially like for the main characters, he just like wrote a generic sentence, which one of those is the first sentence of the book.
Oh, right.
And how he was just trying to make himself create a character that he was interested in to write about.
Yeah.
But Lonesome Dove was on the side of a church van. Lonesome Dove First Baptist Church.
Wow.
And he said that just intrigued me right off the bat, and that became the title of the book.
Yeah. So, I want to talk about the title, but I want to just set it up. Like here's what the story is. These Texas Rangers or former Texas Rangers,
retired.
Yeah, they set up a horse livery in South Texas, like right on the Mexico border.
Yep.
A guy from their rangering days comes to them and comes back and says, "Hey, the land in Montana is great. We should
idyllic.
Yeah, like idyllic. And nobody's there yet. Let's go make a name. Like we can go to Montana, make a name.
A couple of guys who could do it should get a bunch of cattle,
correct,
and drive them up there and get a hold of that land before anybody else.
Yeah,
does.
and one character's like, we are the guys to do that, and so they're driving cattle north, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
they get a team.
Yeah,
they steal a bunch of fucking cows and horses.
Yeah, they do from Mexico.
And they go do the thing.
Like the whole time they're like, horse thieves are the worst thing ever. Like y'all just stole a bunch
that's all y'all are.
Y'all stole a bunch of cattle.
What you are.
But, okay, so I want to talk about the title. And I know that there's a lot of things to talk about. But because you asked this question.
Yeah.
The title, I'm gonna say, is almost perfection.
Wow.
And I recognize like this novel's 40 years old, and if you haven't read it, sure, go read it, come back. But we're gonna spoil some things.
Yeah, they did a TV series in '89,
right?
So you've had your chance,
sure. And like, I mean, we just read it, and
hey, we obviously we highly recommend it.
Yeah,
we both love this book. Yes. If you want to go read this book and not be spoiled what we're about to say, pause it right here. Go do that.
Yep.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and then you can hear what we had to think.
Yeah. Okay. So title.
Yeah.
Lonesome Dove is their horse livery, the stable area, right? They call it Lonesome Dove.
The town is Lonesome Dove. Like all of
the
town.
The
stuff, the
dry bean, dry beans,
all
like
that is Lonesome Dove.
Correct. Okay. And
can't even call it a town. Can't call it a city.
No,
it's just like this collection of buildings.
Correct. Collection of buildings. It's got a church. There's a post office, I think, and a saloon, basically, and like that's essentially it.
Yeah.
And it's on the Mexico-Texas border. But
I don't even think they have a sheriff.
I don't think
anything like that. Like there's no law.
No, it's Gus and Call.
Yeah,
that's it. They are the law, and those are the protagonists. But the title takes on a new meaning towards the end of the book,
sure,
because the book to me is about these guys driving cattle to Montana, but it's really about the relationship between Augustus McCrae and Woodrow Call.
You're changing everything for me.
I'm sorry.
But yes, you're right.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
Do you not want me to say this?
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
But it's fine.
Okay. Oh, I want to hear you.
I want to hear.
I want to talk about the title, but I have to preface all
I know.
this.
I know. You're right. But it doesn't get there until then.
Correct.
And my kind of where I was at recently is that should have happened.
I don't disagree. Yeah. So the title that
makes the title
takes on a new meaning because at the end, the only person of the duo, Augustus McCrae and Woodrow Call, that is left is Woodrow Call.
Right.
And so
he becomes
the lonesome dove, because doves are generally, you see them in pairs, and you always see these two together. And for the last, I think they say almost 50 years. No, it's not that.
I mean, it probably would have been close to that.
No, I don't think they're in their 70s. I don't think they're that old. Because like if they're if
but I think they're probably in their 60s.
You think they're in their 60s? I pictured them maybe late 50s, early 60s, maybe.
You know, ironically, I started watching the series.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
But I started watching it, and like I was like digging into it. Tommy Lee Jones was only 43 when he filmed that. I am 42, which like hit me like. But Duvall is in his 50s.
Yes,
which makes sense. But do you know who Lori is?
Yeah, I did see this.
Okay, Lori is she's like 25.
Yeah.
In that series. Just because like it's like you're pairing together a 25-year-old and a 50-year-old in this romantic thing.
That's what's going on
for
here.
sure. Yeah. Which works, but it's like it's just one of those things of like times are changing. Like
so to me it's okay, so you have the aspect of the relationship that's changed, right? So like Augustus McCrae, he is killed. And so now the lonesome dove, who has to continue on by himself,
and get back to Lonesome Dove,
right, is Woodrow Call.
Yeah.
And so then the title to me only takes on the new meaning at the end,
at that very end point,
right, where you're like, because once they leave Lonesome Dove,
I didn't appreciate that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I didn't really tie that together until you just pointed it out.
Once they leave Lonesome Dove, you're like, well, why call this whole thing Lonesome Dove? Because they leave it maybe 100 pages in. Maybe 150. Like they spend a good time in there.
I can fight that.
Okay, give it to me.
I would say Newt is the lonesome dove.
Oh, okay. Newt is another character.
When I finished it, I said I think the ending should have been when Call left Montana.
Sure.
In that sense, in that last thing that Newt says, which is like I think one of the other hands asks him something about his dad, and he says something like I don't know my father, or something like that. And he has a very firm like, and I don't care to know, and like yanks Hell Bitch away, and
the horse
to do a thing.
The horse is named Hell Bitch. Everybody, don't email us.
To me, that was like that should have been the end of the book.
Correct, I agree with that.
That felt like a very definitive like boom, like, and because as the reader, you know all of it, you know Call's true feeling towards it, you know Newt's wanting for it, and it's just the nature of the stories that nobody ever gets what they want.
We're presented as readers that Woodrow Call is this character Newt's father, even though like Woodrow Call is such a singular kind of upstanding person that he can't bring himself to basically father a person or a child.
To admit,
correct, that he fathered a child with a lady of the evening.
Yes, a sporting woman.
A sporting woman. Yes, correct. And so, so many layers of the novel deal with Call's inability to call Newt his son, and Newt's inability to like recognize that might be my father, even though they both know it's true.
Even at the end, when Call sees it, and he's like, "Damn, I'm really proud of this kid.
Yeah,
he's really came into his own and become his own man.
Yeah.
And I'm so impressed with him, and I want to, and he just can't let himself do it.
And he sees, like, he gives him the horse again, which is called Hell Bitch. So nobody email us.
Yeah. A mare.
Yeah. Huh?
A mare.
A mare. Correct. He gives Newt the horse, and like, that's the
and
most he
his
can
pistol.
Do. Oh, right. Yeah. And I think his saddle. Yeah, or something like that.
No, I think he kept his saddle.
He keeps his saddle, but he gives the horse and the pistol. I feel like there was something else in his mind.
He grabs him, and he wants to say it, but he gets choked up in his throat, and he can't just come out and say it.
Which is so indicative of like fathers and sons
of an era.
Correct, and I think it's less. I think it's becoming less so now, but. Yes, I can't say the things that I want to say to you.
Well, I say that because like I see that in my grandparents' generation of words not being very important. Right. It's more actions.
Here is the thing. Horse, and the horse is what I need to tell you.
I'm giving you the horse and my pistol.
You should see what I mean.
Like I'm saying it through this, but it just will not come out of my throat.
Right. Yeah.
And so like I see those kinds of actions in my grandparents and the way that they kind of dealt with things.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Of an age, of an era. Whereas like I don't feel like that's kind of it's not as big of a thing now.
Yeah, and I think it's because like physical things they don't carry as much weight and as much meaning as maybe they used to.
Right.
So there's no like this thing means so much to me. This horse, this pistol means so much to me, and I'm bestowing it upon you. Therefore, you mean a lot to me.
Right.
And
there should be. I mean, even in reading it, it's like there should be so much. And I think the other hands see it.
Yes.
But Newt himself needs the.
I'm proud of you, boy.
I'm proud of you, son.
Right. Oh, yeah.
He needs the acclamation. I need you to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, I think it's just it's generational kind of a thing.
I like that take, and I don't think that take is wrong about Newt being the lonesome dove too. Because now, like, Woodrow leaves him in Montana,
in
charge of everything. So now you are the guy in charge.
Yeah.
Whereas like Call has been in charge, and McCrae to some degree has been in charge the whole time. But it's really Call.
Yeah.
It's really
McCrae was never really in charge. He had the respect.
Yeah.
And he had the admiration of all the hands, but like he was never issuing out orders.
Right.
He was never giving out like this is what we're doing. He was always just along for the ride.
That mean he wasn't a badass because he went and got Lori.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite scenes in the book.
Yeah. So they're driving these cattle north, right?
Yeah. Starting out South Texas, deep South Texas,
on the border of Mexico. Like we can see Mexico's right there.
Yeah. We just hop this river all the time, and we're in Mexico.
And we're in Mexico. So like if you look at a map, that's a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
That's a long walk.
Yeah.
It's a long.
I learned a lot of geography in this book.
Yeah. We have a big map in the kitchen of like places we've been across the U.S.
Right.
And one day, like we were eating dinner, I happened to look up. I'm like, damn, that's a long way. Like I've been in some of these states and ain't nothing there. And that's a long way.
Yeah.
Because they're on the trail, if you will, for like, 6-8 months? They leave midsummer-ish and they like end up in Montana
just before winter.
Yeah, so maybe it's even earlier that they leave. So like they're on there for good chunk.
Yeah.
Covering, several tens of miles a day. So
yeah, and it's just the idea of the geography of like you're reading and you're engrossed in it, and then it's like, damn, like you're Ogallala. You don't even realize Ogallala is like that's actually like way further north than Denver. Like in my head, like Denver's
Ogallala
like
is Nebraska, right? Is that Nebraska?
Yeah, but it's up there towards the top of Nebraska, right. So it's like almost Montana.
Yeah,
but it's like I don't like in my head, like I just didn't ever even picture Nebraska being that far north.
Yeah,
it's just like kind of one of those things that helps you kind of geographically associate.
Oh
stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of this novel too. Is it's so American.
Yeah,
like it's very American. It is. I would say like in terms of not only just my reading, because this is one of the only Westerns I've read of this kind, but it's so American in that I'm presenting you a landscape that is beautiful and gorgeous, but it is barren.
Well, and specific to a time.
Exactly. Like now, if you were to travel this same route, there are highways, there are,
unfortunately,
Buc-ee's everywhere, like
buck nuts as far as the eye can see. Yeah.
But like here they're traveling rivers, and like the big worry is like, are we going to be able to cross this river?
Right.
Or like we're like
the fucking water moccasins going to tear me up.
Jeez. Yeah. Poor O'Brien.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, you just got done ate by moccasins. It could happen to anybody.
It happens to the best of us.
But yeah, you get a sense of like the scope of the US in a way that you're physically holding this book.
Yeah,
they have a goal in mind.
Yeah.
But also like the enormity of that country. I mean, you've been to Denver now.
Yeah.
And you've seen even the little bit that you've seen of the plains, if you will. Out when you look east of the Rockies, there's nothing.
You feel like you can see 70 miles.
Easy.
Which is like for me so beneficial that we did that trip before we read this, because there's so often in the book where they talk about their herd is stretched out for 3 or 4 miles.
Yeah.
And I think before that trip, I would have been like, how can you see anything for 3 or 4 miles? But like having seen Colorado now, it's like, oh yeah, no, I could totally see
3 or 4 miles
you could see them stretched out like that.
Yeah, easily. You can see a dust cloud for sure.
Yeah.
Like they talk about the boys riding in the back of the drags. Like, yeah, y'all in the dust cloud of this entire herd. Yeah, that sucks real bad.
You should like polish up your skills and try to like move up to point.
Yeah, because like you don't want to be.
Sucks, man.
You don't want to be in the back behind all
those
cattle.
Smells like shit, and you're like in sand all the time.
All the time. Yeah, and or when they talk about Gus being able to see.
Oh yeah, you can see farther. Yeah, than anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, he's looking off into the distance. And he's like, "That's Jake Spoon over there." Like, what? How can you see that far? What do you mean? Like, I can see that far. Y'all suck.
Or even better is like Deet.
Yeah.
Who can like look at the prints on the ground and be like, "No, that's Jake's horse."
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So fantastic. So you meet this cast of characters that what I love about this is it would be easy to just say, this is a Western and like you don't really have developed characters. And that is not true here. Like so much of this book is heavily reliant upon character development and who these people are and how we as readers engage with those characters.
Yeah. I mean, this book is so character driven.
Yeah.
And it's so funny the way that new characters get introduced because you're kind of like blindsided by it.
Yeah.
You finish a chapter and then you start the next chapter and it's like, oh, here's a new character for you. And you're, okay. Well, I guess we'll figure out who this person is.
July Johnson.
Or they'll just kill a character.
Yeah.
Before you're even like, you didn't warn me that this was about to happen.
Yeah.
And so
I love that. I got to tell you, I love that.
It was, yeah. Like the shock and the reaction to it was a ton of fun.
I love so much that McMurtry's like, he's very much a school of a writer that's like, kill your darlings.
Sure.
Of like, nah, this is a cool character. Let's kill him.
Yeah.
And you could see like if you know anything of like George R.R. Martin or the Game of Thrones where he's like, everybody's gonna die. I'm gonna kill everybody.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it actually makes sense.
Not the Stranger Things approach.
No, not the Stranger Things approach.
Everybody's gonna survive and they're all gonna be happy.
No, not the Stranger Things approach.
Yeah.
And it absolutely makes sense, but you're like, that was too soon.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Come on, man.
But then you're like, yeah, that does make sense though. And they remark several times like, yeah, the West sucks. Like,
I mean,
it's a miracle we've lived this long. Like, we're totally good.
Like the first big death in the book of one of the Irish brothers.
Yeah, one of the O'Brien brothers. I can't remember which one.
Sean?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
it's the only one I remember.
One gets eat up by water moccasins, gets bit a dozen times because he stepped into a nest and didn't realize
had
it.
no idea. Pretty early on in their journey. I don't think
like
they're not out of
first
Texas.
river they're crossing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It happens so suddenly and you're just like, dang. But it's just the aspect of it that in this time period, it is just kind of like, that sucks. But we're driving a herd of cattle to Montana, so we got to keep going.
We're going to bury him as best we can, and
we'll notify who we can when we can.
Yeah.
But we just kind of got to keep going. It's so jarring.
Yeah.
At this day and age of reading this novel for the first time in this day and age, just kind of like, y'all don't need to notify somebody. You don't need to call the police or like,
or like when they do make a decision to like, there are some people that Gus and Call kill, and they're like, "Yep, this is justice, and we are the law."
Right.
Like, but
because there ain't no law.
Yeah,
it's just how we see the law.
Correct. Y'all are Texas Rangers that are retired Texas Rangers, and y'all are in Oklahoma. So like. I don't know about that, but okay.
But there's no government here.
Correct.
Yet, so I guess you're right.
Y'all are horse thieves, and you kind of desecrated some bodies back there. So like, you're gonna die.
That was bad shit.
Yeah, like no,
we're gonna take care of this.
Yeah,
right here, right now.
And it's like, oh, that was quick. Like there was no, not that I expect like a proceeding or jury or anything, but like, and we hung them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
And I think it speaks to my perception of what the, they talk about the Civil War a little bit. Like they keep referencing the war,
right?
Kind of tangentially. So you're in that period between like 1865 and maybe 1890, somewhere in there. I don't know if they ever reference a date specifically, but you're post-war, but obviously not like super modern advances. They don't talk about any cars or anything like that. So obviously you're not turn of the century.
No, it's definitely like 1800,
late
1800s.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1880s. Like in my mind, I picture 1880s.
Right.
And so like, yeah,
why I know that, but it is late 1800s.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe there are
somewhere in the book.
It
must say that.
Yeah.
Or I must have. I don't know. But like in my head, for some reason, I know it's not. It hasn't clicked over.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure
yet.
It hasn't. No, for sure it hasn't. But to me, there's this like ever present, like, yeah, that's exactly what I feel like it would be like. The violence of it, the finality of it, the like, no, this is just how we live right now.
Yeah.
You're either okay with it or you're not, and you got to deal with it.
Right.
There's no other way.
Right.
There's a scene where Lori, who is a sporting woman, has decided to follow another character. His name's Jake Spoon. Follow Jake toward. She wants to get to.
She's trying to go to San
Francisco, which I think her geography is a little messed up because they're heading north. Which, to be fair, Jake promised her.
I just assumed it was like trails, like you had to go to Denver to get over there.
That's what I assumed.
There wasn't anything that would go from Texas over.
We've got to go. We've got to go to Denver to then get to San Francisco.
Right, like you're taking like highways, kind of a thing.
Right. So she is with Jake, who is not part of the cattle drive, but is part of the cattle drive, but not really. And they're with the drive going north, right? And she's held captive by this native character named Blue Duck.
Because Jake decided to go into San Antonio to do some gambling.
Yep. And he left her.
And Lori hates San Antonio because I feel like there was something with her previous beau.
Yeah.
That they went into San Antonio and she hated it there. So she was not going back to San Antonio. Jake just being Jake, I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Yeah. A bit of a womanizer, definitely big gambler.
Yeah. Went in.
Yeah.
And was there for a while.
Left her alone. She got taken.
Gus came and saw that she was alone, sent Newt to watch her.
Yeah.
And she told Newt to go away, and then she got taken.
Yeah. After this character, Blue Duck, who very clearly is bad news.
Yeah.
Has a run-in with Gus, and Gus is like, that guy looks familiar.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's not going to do anything, though.
But he's not threatening.
Yeah.
Let's just let it
Let it ride.
Let it go.
Ride. And then like,
we don't need to start shit right now.
Nah, Blue Duck takes Lori.
Blue Duck don't give a fuck.
You're not wrong. Takes Lori and just hightails it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then like the chapters about that are just devastating because like the treatment of Lori, and it's the right amount of graphic. It leaves so much to the reader. It like I'm filling in gaps, and I know what's on the page is not as violent and vile as what I'm picturing in my mind.
Yeah,
in terms of what happens to her, what they're doing,
suggests it, and it allows you to fill in the content,
which I think is brilliant writing.
Yeah. I remember, though, at the very beginning of reading that and being introduced to Lori and Lori's situation and every encounter that she has with men.
Yeah.
And, like, wondering, certainly this would not be written this way today.
No.
Because his perspective, the way that he writes from Lori's perspective, feels to me so, and this was kind of like one of my nitpicks about the book.
Yeah.
It felt so insensitive.
Sure.
That she just did her shit and it meant nothing.
Yeah.
Even when she's with the Indians and they're doing what they want to with her.
Yeah.
And it's always just like, and then this happened.
She disassociates. Yeah.
And maybe it is that, but it felt so like, even when she was just a whore and she was doing this stuff, even with Gus, that it was always just kind of like, okay. So then like I let him poke.
Right.
But certainly like,
yeah,
this day and age, there's got to be a more sensitive way that you write about that.
I see what you mean. And so like you're talking about like the lack of emotion and empathy in some ways that like is associated with Lori, and that's her character is devoid of that. And I
and
agree.
maybe that's true to the time.
And that's I don't know. I agree with your nitpick in that like you wouldn't write that character that way today. You would want to give her more nuance,
some authority over her body,
right? But also, it makes sense for the time period, and it makes sense from a male writer trying to write this kind of character, and like it's. I don't want to say it's just easier for her to disassociate and like write her as a disassociative character, but then you get to not Lori. What's the other woman's name? Clara. You get to Clara, and there is more depth to Clara.
Sure.
Not in the way that you would think of like depth. And Clara is a character that you meet later on. She's a beau of Gus. Like they had a relationship really early on.
Claire's just more independent,
correct,
strong.
And not saying that
self-aware.
You're not saying that you get any sort of real depth, but you get more than you do with Lori. So like I agree with your nitpick 100%. I'm not defending McMurtry here, but also like the story.
Well, not that I'm like disavowing like the treatment of the character.
I don't think you are.
It was just like as I was reading it in this day and age, correct, with 2 daughters and stuff like
absolutely,
that. It's like, oh man, I wish you would have given her more to think about, or more of an opinion.
I kind of read that, and maybe that's just like my way of navigating that. Of like that's just who that character is. Like her life is kind of sucked.
Sure,
like this is where she's been thrust into being a working girl, and that's all she's known. So she's able to disassociate with nearly everything, and the only thing that kind of brings her solace is like the occasional drink and gambling and like conversation. And then,
but then it's like, so then why does Jake Spoon do anything for you?
Because I agree. And I think it's because like he presents something new. He presents you have the ability to take me somewhere else. Whereas the other guys are so set in their ways, even Gus, who you come to learn that like she has always had some sort of affinity for Gus. But she sees Jake as a person who can get her out of here. Which I agree also presents like there's more depth to that character.
Yeah, but I guess it's still just like, give me a reason to think that San Francisco will do anything for her.
I don't know if it's the narrative voice at that point, or if it's Jake that kind of recognizes that. Maybe it's Gus, but there's a line where it's basically like it's not going to change.
It's going to be the same shit.
Yeah,
you're still going to be dealing with dudes looking at you,
right,
and wanting you and falling in love with you,
right,
or just wanting to be with you,
right.
And you're just going to be in a different location. And it doesn't make any sense that that San Francisco is going to do anything different for you.
Yeah.
And so like that was just kind of like a nitpick that I had of her early on in the book. I was, dare I say, somewhat uncomfortable with the way that he wrote about those encounters, and that they were just kind of like,
I agree,
it was just nothing.
But I think I agree completely.
To her, and it didn't mean anything. And
but again, I think it's a job.
And I think it is just like, me reading that today,
correct,
with two daughters.
Yeah,
it's a different thing. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when this book was written, it's probably a different
I think even some degree today, and obviously not having 2 daughters, I think it's like that's just a job to her. Like that is what is available to her right now. And so,
but like I think they do it better with the whores in not St. Louis, whatever town they go to, where like they meet like the fat one and the skinny one, and Newt goes off when he's getting washed up.
Yeah,
like that. Those ladies make more sense, and they seem more like your traditional Western call girls.
Yeah.
Whereas,
so then I would go back to
Lori is meant to be something different. And I don't know. It was just hard to like rationalize it for me.
All that to say, Gustin goes handles some things.
Yeah,
and he saves the day, grabs Lori, brings her back. There's a bunch of stuff that like ensues from that.
Like I will say that like I even like said it to my mom of like the stuff that you learn in this, like horse wise.
Yeah,
like the knowledge that he has to know that like, all right, I gotta slit my horse's throat.
Yeah.
Because their horses will smell that, and it will give them pause, and that will give me an opportunity to attack.
Yeah, and like dude literally cuts the throat of his horse, and like
doesn't even think about it.
Doesn't even think about it. I mean, McMurtry like explains like the horse is basically like lying there dying, and blood is bubbling out of its throat, and Gus
is
using
it as like a shield.
Yeah, he's literally using it because there's he's being pursued by Indian
out on the
warriors.
prairie.
Yeah.
There's no trees. There's no
There's
cover.
no place for him to be. So this is what I got.
Yeah. And he just does it. He just has that knowledge. It's like, oh.
You think they show that in the film version, the movie version? I think it's a TV series, actually.
Yeah, I think they probably do.
Yeah.
I haven't got there yet. Like, I've gotten through the first episode. It's a 4-episode thing.
I mean, not knowing anything about it.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know if it was maybe in the, not the preface, but the forward. Maybe they talk about it in there, but or maybe I just saw it on YouTube or something, but they talked about how, like, they filmed that as if this were a Bible.
Oh.
And, like, we use every word and we try to keep it as specific as possible.
Wow. Cool. Where are you watching it?
On YouTube.
Oh, okay. Is it free on YouTube?
It's free with ads.
Oh, cool. I mean, there's so much to unpack here.
Oh yeah, but that episode solidified Gus.
Yeah,
and then he gets all the way. He tracks them, goes in, ironically with like that was like that's almost not. It's not like a beef, but like I almost am kind of like subtly bothered by the fact that like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, I just took it as like
not that the story's intertwined,
right?
But like even in that last chapter when Call like randomly runs into some dude one night while toting the corpse back, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I know you."
Yeah,
surely that wouldn't be that.
But
way.
I think I took that as like there are just so few people out here that like are wandering around the plains that like. If you're out here for 20 years as they've been, or however long they keep saying, I think it's 20 years. So it makes sense that like Gus is in his 40s.
Outside of Denver, like it's hard for me to like.
Yeah, but even then, in the 1880s, Denver is not a big town by any means.
Probably not a big town, but like Tuscumbia is not a big town.
Sure.
And I could wander around Tuscumbia and not know very many people.
Yeah,
like,
but
I haven't lived there for.
But you're also not a lawman. You're not somebody who like that's your job to know people like that. And to know like the comings and goings of individuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
so
it was just like everybody, like he knew everybody.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like it would.
Well, and I think everybody knew him.
Be like that.
Because like they're touted in the book, both Gus and Call as being like legendary guys.
Right.
Like everybody knows who those guys are.
Right.
Well, most people.
Like the bar scene where they go in to get whiskey and the bartender's kind of giving them sass and
he like
breaks his nose.
Just breaks his nose with the butt of his gun.
But it's like
he's like, "Don't sass
I'm
me,
on
boy."
that picture right there behind your bar. That's me.
Yeah, and the guy's like, "I don't care." Smack. Like, wow, I'm Gus McCrae.
Yeah,
don't mess with me. Damn.
Right. For sure.
Who's your favorite character? Do you have one?
Oh man, overall, probably Newt.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think just personally, like the way that I've gone through life.
Yeah.
I just kind of like his like always striving to. He's like kind of the best of Call and kind of overtakes him. I feel like personally, in terms of like becomes his own person, becomes his own man, finds out what he's actually really good at, but like doesn't bitch. Always does what he's asked. Always does what he's told. Doesn't complain about shit. And towards the end of it, it's like kind of masters his craft.
Yeah.
To the point that he's like, you know, and granted, you know, I'm sure like you could argue like that's some of Call just being like showing favoritism to him, but
giving him that chance.
Like, yeah, like, you know, saying that like, well, I was in charge of men younger than he was, or when I was younger than he was.
Yeah.
I need to give him that chance. But also too, like you get to see so many of his failures.
Right.
Of like
there's so much
he's
growth.
thrown from his horse so many times and he's always embarrassed about it. And like, yeah, they might tease him about it, but like he keeps doing the job.
Yeah.
And never complains. I see myself trying to be like that. Of like, yeah, if you get thrown, don't bitch about it.
Yeah.
If you have a bad day at work, don't bitch about it. Just keep doing the thing. So like in that sense, I think he's my favorite character, just like the progression of his character. His character arc I enjoy.
Yeah.
But just for like fun's sake, it's definitely Gus.
It's definitely Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Like I think that the best character arc is absolutely Newt, because you see this character who they call a boy for 90% of the novel.
Right.
And then like you as the reader recognize like, dude's not a boy anymore. Like he's becoming a man, and like in the sense of the duty and the job, and like you're doing the thing. You're better than other people at some things. You realize what you're good at and what you're not. Like you're a leader of people. Like you've grown up, dude.
Right.
Whereas like the older men don't recognize that, and so like you as the reader kind of like following both, where you understand like, nah, he's the thing that you wanted him to be, and then you're also like, well, he's still 18 or however old he is. I don't know. But no, it's definitely, for me, it's definitely Gus.
Yeah. It wasn't a thought that I had myself personally. But I saw somebody say something about how there's no reason for Gus and Call to be friends.
Correct.
They're polar opposites, and they should absolutely hate each other. But it's because of the circumstances as they were that forced them to bond.
Well, they make multiple mention in the book of like that Call is just annoyed to no end by Gus.
Right. And likewise. And Gus hates how you never rest and you never take a break and you never enjoy
anything.
Women. Yeah. You never enjoy anything.
Yeah.
Like, and that irritates the hell out of him. And so like they're constantly both trying to like mold each other without either one of them ever giving up any of who they are.
Yeah.
And it's such an interesting dynamic.
The more likable character is Gus.
Sure. Yes.
Because like
1000%.
you see him as being more human, whereas someone like Woodrow Call, and he's presented as this like more than
captain.
Yeah, captain. Like everybody calls him captain except for Gus.
Yeah.
Or sometimes he does, but it's mainly
But it's when I need to break through to you.
Yeah.
And get you to like listen to
Yeah. Or he'll call him Woodrow, or he'll call him Call sometimes. Yeah. And like but yeah, Gus is the character that's like, you're the guy. Like, you're not afraid to, like, you're a good shot. You're a good leader. You're a good horseman. Like, you're not afraid to be with the ladies. You're not afraid to do the things that need to be done. But you're also like, nah, Lori and I are going to camp over here. Y'all good?
We're going to go cut the cards.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all good, right? Like, we'll be around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go take my coffee with Lori, though. And I love in the book as a whole, they keep mentioning just how annoying Gus is, though. He like never shuts up.
Right.
Like constantly talks.
Yeah.
And like his voice, I think one of the lines is like, you could hear his voice from like 3 miles away.
Right.
He's just so loud.
Yeah.
Like,
just won't stop talking.
It's fantastic. It's so good.
What was the most shocking moment?
Ooh, the most shocking moment.
Like whose death impacted you most? Did you not see it coming and just like, fuck?
Dietz.
Dietz sucked. Like that character is so good, and to my understanding, he's the only black character too. Sure. They make reference to it, like they don't hide that at all. Like this is who this person is. But it sucks on so many levels because he's such a good person. Yeah, he's
such
pure, man.
He's pure. And like there's this beautiful scene where Dietz he's looking at the moon and he's talking about like how beautiful the moon is.
Right.
And just like it endears you to that character. And you're like, man, you're simple.
Yep.
You love this. You love what you're doing. You love these guys. They all love you. Like there's such a good camaraderie.
Right. You're good at what you do.
You're good at what you do. You're a hell of a tracker.
You're
a
great
scout.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's probably the one that hit me the hardest. It was like, damn, man.
Yeah.
You killed Dietz. Why
yeah,
you
over
kill
nothing.
Dietz?
Over nothing.
Over literally nothing. Like it just, dang.
It almost surprised me just as much that they don't just like rain hellfire.
Oh yeah,
on those people. They actually like stay calm and they like understand like
it wasn't that kid's fault.
Well, this was an accident. Like because like you see, especially Call, you see him explode.
Yeah.
On the army guy when he's whipping Newt.
Yeah.
And like almost kill that dude.
Yeah.
You'd almost kind of expect
the tar out of him.
You'd almost expect the same thing here, but it's just like they're able to like.
Yeah, he didn't mean that. Sorry.
Sorry, guys, but.
This is what happened.
Here's a horse.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say Dietz is the worst. I think the most interesting death was Blue Duck in some ways of like, so Blue Duck's going to be hung, right? And he like makes a run for it, jumps out of a window, and they talk about like Blue Duck being able to fly, and at the end, like he's such a figure, and like he's actually not that big of a figure in the book as a whole, but like everyone just like tangentially like knows who that villain is essentially.
But like that builds him up.
Oh yeah,
to be like this. Like, oh god.
Yeah, and even like as he is laying there dead, because he like grabs the sheriff guy that somehow just miraculously
like
happened to get him. Yeah, who's like drunk the entire time that Call is there. Is it Call or Gus? I think it's Call.
It's not the sheriff. You're talking about who dies with him?
Yeah.
It's not the sheriff. It was like a deputy that he just grabbed and like went out the window with him.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the sheriff is the guy that caught him.
Oh,
and he's drunk because everybody's buying him drinks because you did it.
You get it.
You caught Blue Duck.
I misunderstood that then, but still, like he just like grabs this guy and jumps out the window and like head first in the ground, and then like he's got a bit of a smirk or a smile on his face, and like nobody wants to go over there and make sure he's dead because they're all like, no, he's coming back alive.
Well, and Call said he makes eye contact with him all the way down. Like,
yeah, that was. Yeah.
Well, and the fact that like Call's like unalarmed by that,
at all.
like that would like fuck me up.
He's like, huh. Bit weird that. Exactly. Yeah. What about you?
Like it was probably Jake, just because like I didn't see it coming.
Oh,
because you texted me, I think after you read that he died, that you were like,
goddamn Jake Spoon.
Goddamn Jake Spoon. And I was reading that as like, oh shit, Jake Spoon's gonna do something fucking dope.
I knew that's how you read it, and that's why I said it that way.
I kept reading, expecting like, oh man, he's gonna take these dudes out in some epic way. And so when that didn't happen, and then they fucking hung him, I was like, oh.
Yeah, and that's why I said it that way, because I was always about 200 pages ahead of you. It's like,
well, I got ahead of you at one point early on, very early on. And then, you caught up and like took off.
Yeah. I was trying to be very cognizant of like not telling you anything or giving anything away as much as I could. But I knew when I said that to you, I was like, this is so ambiguous though. He's going to read it like, oh, Jake Spoon's a badass.
Yeah. I'm reading it thinking like, oh man, like how is he going to take these dudes out? Like this is going to be dope. Oh shit, he doesn't. Yeah. So I think that one for me, when I read it, I was just like, fuck.
He gives Newt his horse.
No, he gives Newt his saddle. I think. Because he's on his horse and they whip the horse.
Yeah. No, he spurs the horse.
Oh,
they
don't
don't hit the horse. Yeah. He gives Newt his saddle. That's right.
Yeah.
And then like spurs his horse, and they have him strung up by a tree basically. And the spurring of the horse then makes him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're hanging.
Yeah.
The lot of them. Which epic kind of, thought of like, well, I'd rather be hung by my friends than a bunch of strangers that I don't know. So.
Yeah. At least I get hung by my friends. All right.
Good on you. All right. So if we are Gus and Call.
Yeah.
If on my deathbed, I'm telling you, hey, man, give my half of the take to that chick that we left in Nebraska.
Done.
You would do it for me?
I would do that.
I don't know if I'd do it for you. I think I'm going to keep it because, like, one, I don't approve of her.
It's true. Nah.
She's in a good place now. She's fine. She ain't going to ever know about this.
Yeah, but I would.
Would you carry me to Texas?
Yeah, because you asked me to. Yep.
Like, that's almost like the hardest part for me to, like, grasp out of all of it.
Yeah.
Of, like, okay, man. I got you.
Nah.
I'll do all of that.
I literally, like, as I'm reading that, I had the thought, and literally of you, and I'm like, so if Kyle, if this were me,
if he said,
Kyle was like, listen, I would give her the money, because
I might give her some.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
I don't know if I could give her all.
If I don't give my half, she'd never know.
She didn't do any of this.
Yeah, she'd never know.
Like, she didn't do any of this. It's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah,
we moved these cows from Texas.
But did he actually give her the money? Is that ever said? Oh, okay.
So he leaves it in the bank in
that's right.
city, whatever
that's
city.
Right, that's right.
And then which is like the finances of this book were like, I was thinking about the whole time of like, how does the finances work? Yeah. I don't understand.
Who's carrying the money? I think you texted me at some point like, are people just like walking around with hundreds of dollars? Like,
how does anybody live?
Yeah.
I feel like you'd shoot anybody just to see how much cash they got on them.
Sure. And well, that does happen. Like they shoot that dude, the horse thieves shoot that one guy, and they're like, he had like $5.
Yeah. I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, sorry for your luck, guy.
Wish you had more.
So I literally thought about that. Okay, so the money thing, I would give her some money because she ain't gonna know.
She ain't gonna know.
But if you said, hey, we're in Montana, I need you. I want to be buried in Texas.
You wouldn't have been convinced by Clara in Nebraska.
No.
Like, dude,
No.
think this through.
No.
This is stupid. Just plop him in the ground over here.
No, he asked me to take him to Texas. I'm taking him to Texas. Even though like that wrecks call for a lot too. Like, he asked me to take him to Texas. And he's clearly a man of duty. And like, not that I have like that level of virtue, but like, you asked me to do that. That was your wish. I think it's stupid. I think Call thinks that as well. He and Clara tells him like, you and I both know that's
I don't
stupid.
think he thinks it's stupid.
But he says like, I don't know if he said this in delirium of death.
Correct.
Which I think
but
he thinks,
I don't
like,
think he thinks that it's stupid. He's like, it was his last word.
That's what he said.
Have to stand to that.
Yep.
I don't think he like even applies that extra like,
is this a good idea? Kind of, yeah. No,
it's just like that's what he said. So that's what I have to do.
Yeah,
and that's like one of my big takeaways from the book is that it's all about words.
Yeah,
Clara to me is like, dude,
why take him all
your son is way more important. He's alive.
Right.
You don't want to go take care of that. You'd rather take care of this dead man's last wish, who's been dead almost a year at this point.
Yeah.
To go plop him in
salt barrel
under some trees that I'm telling you ain't important.
Right.
But because he said it was important, you're going to go waste your time and go do that.
Yeah. He asked me to do it. I mean, now it's a hell of a lot easier. I just, book an Uber and we'll be there in 25 hours at most.
Like that was another big like thought that I had of like, if you tried to do this trip now on horseback, could you do it?
I think you could. Yeah.
Would you be allowed to? Would you be allowed to like cross?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interstates.
Could. Yeah.
On horseback.
Yeah. You could do this trip.
Like you couldn't do it the way they did it. Certainly,
no,
but like
certainly not. But you could.
Think there are ways?
Yeah, I do. I think reasonably, because like
you wouldn't get to a point and it's like, all right, well, how do I cross this interstate?
No, I think you might have to veer. Yeah,
or you have to wait till night.
Yeah,
when there's not as many cars coming.
But I think reasonably you could do it. Like there are ways, like overpasses.
Mexico to Canada.
I think you could. Yeah, on a horseback, sure. Like you ain't gonna like it, but I think you could.
You think it's legally?
Yeah, like knowing those states. Oh yeah, those states. Come on.
You'd have plenty of spots where you could stop and
sure
camp.
Yeah, and just my travels of those. Again, those states,
particular states.
I don't think anyone would bat an eye. I really don't. Like even around here, like obviously you're not walking a horse with like New York City, but I've seen people like walking horses on the sides of roads here. Like they are on horseback here. So
I've never seen any of them on I-4.
No, that's true.
Like how would you get a horse across I-4? Like I mean.
Well, okay. Let's say you're heading from like Miami to Jacksonville. Okay, you're gonna take like you're not gonna follow the high. You're not gonna be on the highway. You're probably gonna take some back roads, and those roads might cross a highway. That's what I'm saying. Like an overpass. So it's not gonna be.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like you're not taking a highway on a horse on the side of the road. Not like that.
Right.
So like I think it's possible. Sure. I don't think it would be easy, and I think they would absolutely have an easier time in that respect because you're not dealing with all that. But like crossing a river, there's going to be a road at some point. It's going to have a small bridge. You can cross a river. I mean, horses can swim too, like pretty well. So like if you really had to, you could swim your horse across.
Yeah.
Like
just that thought experiment towards the end of the book. I'm sitting there thinking of like, man, it's so sad because like in 30, 40 years, like your understanding of the world is just going to be completely done.
So let me ask you this. If I said, hey, bring my body back to Texas, you bring my body back to Texas?
I would tell you, you got it, buddy. Absolutely. But then afterwards, I'm going to be like, I don't know if that's necessary.
Well, here's where we both would do this for the other person. We would never ask the other to do that because we're like, that's stupid. Like I would probably say like, what do you want done? Whatever's easiest.
Well, and I think that's like the thing too of like, would I ever tell you like give my half of the money to this person that like really isn't that important to me? Like no, I would never do that.
You wouldn't do that.
No. It's like
that's funny. Like if I were Gus, I would never have asked those things. But if I were Call, I would honor those things if asked of me.
I just don't know that I would. I don't know that I would. If it was, especially like the idea of like, we're going to give half the money that we're making off of this to her.
Yeah.
To who, one, I have no connection to.
I don't even like her.
I don't approve of her. Like, I just don't know that, like, that checks. Like, yes, like, I'll give you a big check. Gus wanted you to have this.
Yeah.
Here's some life-changing money for you. But I'm not giving you his half of this. Like, it doesn't make sense. And like, I get it, like, for that time period, it's like, no, my word is my word, and I have to honor your word.
Right.
Especially if it's your dying words. Like, I get that. But the whole time I'm reading that, it's just like, dude, you're going to give her that? Maybe it's in the next book.
Maybe. Speaking of that, as we wrap this up, are you going to read the next one? Because it's a trilogy.
It's a quadrilogy.
Oh, really?
It's 4.
Yeah. Tetralogy?
There's 2 before and 1 after.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a trilogy.
I thought it was 2.
Yeah.
But apparently it's not.
Wow. Are you going to read any more?
Yeah, I've got the other 3 books already in my...
Oh, on order already?
On order.
I
like them that much.
I honestly, like, it's in my top 10 for sure, honestly. I don't know if it cracks my top 5. But it's up there. I would highly recommend this to anyone.
The irony for me is my enjoyment of this book is my being in the book.
Correct.
Like, do I feel like it has some sort of like, what's your takeaway? What's the big message of the book?
I don't think there is one, and that's also why I like it, because I read so much literature that like there is some sort of takeaway or lesson that like, I'm sure there is one if I like really thought about it, but I was so enwrapped in the story.
Right.
That
just being in the setting,
right,
and being in it.
And I think for me, because I do so much analysis in that way of like, what is the meaning? How is the meaning? How do I extrapolate meaning? What are all these connections that like for me, I was just reading this pure enjoyment and story, and that's why I loved it.
Like, did you enjoy Gus's death? Like, did he get a good death?
No, his death sucked.
Yeah, I know. Like that kind of sucks.
No, but like I also understand it.
Yeah,
that just happens.
Like you just run over a hill, man. Time.
Like, we told you not to do that, and you did that.
Yeah, fucking cost you.
Yeah.
To me, it read very similarly to The Alchemist. Of like, and there's even like a line somewhere in the book that is kind of essentially, it's Gus talking to Lori, I think before Blue Duck. Just appreciate where you are, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of like the big message of The Alchemist is. You have this vision of things, and it's like it's the journey of trying to accomplish this great thing. But like when you actually get to the end of it, like you actually had everything that you wanted.
You always wanted, yeah.
Way before. And I kind of get that with this. Like I even remember like reading when they were in Nebraska and like how great the picnic was and how happy everybody was. Newt was like, you know, hitting on the one of the daughters, and like everybody was just happy. Like Lorena was like totally not wanting to be there, and then even she like quickly turned around like, this is great. Like I didn't know life could be like this. Like I remember reading it at that point of like, y'all should stop.
That's where you should be.
This is, everybody's happy here. Like everybody can be happy here. Like, do y'all not recognize this? Like it seems like a big huge red flag of like, everybody's happy here. This is way better than Lonesome Dove, and we don't know what's ahead of us. We don't know how bad it's going to get. Maybe we should just stop and like take our win.
Yeah.
Because we're all winning here. But they don't. They keep going. So to me, it kind of read that way of Lorena could be happy, but she won't allow herself to be happy.
Right.
Woodrow could be happy, but he can't allow himself to be happy. Gus could be happy. Gus is happy everywhere.
Yeah.
Gus is never not happy. But like it seemed like that was kind of like the essence of it. But it was like, but we've got the journey.
Yeah.
We've got the mission.
This is about the thing that we set out to do.
We'll be too disappointed if we don't do that.
But then there's that line,
but
too.
That kind of almost just works for Call.
Well, the line, too.
I don't think anybody else really gave a fuck.
Gus is like, man, we just killed Jake Spoon. I hope he didn't screw us over by making us go to Montana. Huh. We still going to Montana? Well, we said we were going to Montana. I guess we're still going to Montana.
Yeah, and that's
why?
Like because that's our word,
right?
Like that's what I keep going back to. Like it's for that time period. It was like that's what we said we were gonna do.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
that's what he asked me to do. So that's what I have to go do. It's like that. That's like the end all be all.
In that respect, it's like
it's just the word.
Why?
Yeah.
Like we're good here. We can sell these cattle here. Like we didn't make it to Montana. Who cares?
Yeah, but like, man, shit is great here in Nebraska. It's not going to be as bad as it's going to be up there.
Yeah. Ain't nothing up there but Miles City. And there's a lot of country between here and Miles City. I'll tell you that.
And not much whiskey to get me there.
Right. I'm really glad we read this. I'm glad we read this together too.
Yeah. It was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah. We should do more of this.
Agreed.
Like, just here's the thing we're going to read. Let's do that.
Yep.
And yeah, I like it.
I imagine it won't always be this successful.
No, I don't think so.
there will be some that was hard to get through.
Like that also informs everything too.
Yeah, because you told me to do it, so I'm going to do it because we got to do it because you said it.
Hey,
that's your word, and that's my word. I agreed to it.
You basically told me you hated the overstory about 100 pages, 200 pages in. You kept to it because you said you're going to read it to yourself, and you read it. You did it. You feel better for it?
Nope.
There you go.
Didn't get anything out of it.
I'm just saying.
Bummer.
Well, it happens. You got anything else?
Those pigs, man.
God, you went all the way to Montana just to be it.
It.
E.T. It.
Edited.
You done get it.
Done got it. Would you chop it down? Would you edit it?
Nope. I wouldn't. And I thought about that while reading. I'm like, God, why is this so long? Nope. Because I think that there's a bit of like this aspect of journey, and you've got to earn this journey just as the reader. So you've got to kind of earn this. And like, I thought the prose was tight as a whole. I don't think that there was anything that like you over explained this.
You don't think?
For me, no.
Elmira? I didn't need her.
I
think you could have took July, Elmira, Zwei, that whole Roscoe. Although I liked Roscoe, I really enjoyed Roscoe meeting that one lady at the beginning, and she just fucking comes and like
rapes him. She raped him.
He done got raped, but he's okay with it. You know?
He's like, that felt pretty. That felt pretty all right.
I'm actually thinking about staying.
I'm gonna go get killed over here, but like, yeah, I'd stay.
I didn't mind Roscoe, but the rest of it was just like July felt like worthless.
I didn't mind it.
Elmira felt worthless, like. But I think it does play into that thing of the alchemist. Like she's still thinking of like Boot. I've got to go get to him. Like that's what I need. That's when I was happy. But it's like if you just fucking look at your situation, like you could be happy in Arkansas.
I think it just breaks up like those narratives break up the main narrative, and I'm okay with that because like when I felt like okay. I could use a break. Then you had that like July narrative, which I don't think was better, and the Elmira narrative I don't think is better, but I think it just gives you a bit of a break, and it adds context. I think and it adds a little bit of the coming together of narratives.
Like the one benefit is that she has the son,
right,
and the son survives,
right,
and it allows Claire to have a son,
right.
Although you didn't know, you didn't know he was going to survive, and then all of a sudden, like you read something like many pages later, and it's like, oh, he's toddling across the.
He good.
Oh shit, he survived. He lived. All right, good.
For now.
Yeah. Who knows what happens next week? July was frustrating as hell.
Yeah.
Just to read his stuff. I almost like hated the fact like he didn't go back to Arkansas.
He liked Clara.
And I guess like that thing too of like just the way that love is used.
Yeah.
As like this like unbreakable thing. And again, maybe it's just a time
I think it is
difference. Yeah. It's just like the way that we look at love now versus back then. But it's just like, like Dish's complete obsession. Like, bro, like, can you not conceive that there's another lady in the world?
She don't like you.
That you, like, she's made it clear, my guy.
Yeah. You need to move on.
Move on. Like, I get it. But I think that's.
But I don't.
But at the same time, I think that's kind of like an interesting thing of like again the whole like sporting.
She just happened to be the only girl that you saw, and you happen to be with, and you're like,
well, like I get infatuation.
Sure.
Of like, okay, cool. Now this person is imprinted on your brain, and because of the way the law existed in, you were able to hit that, and so like now that is all that exists,
right?
But it can't be like it could just like. You could go to another town and like, damn shit, y'all got a horse too? Well, shit.
She blonde?
Let me go see what she. Oh, damn, she can do the same shit. And so just like that idea of that love is just unmalleable, and I can't get away from it. So like I'm just stuck pondering over you, just unwilling to attempt to be something outside of you, was just kind of like, okay, like if you want to set Dish up as that, fine, but don't set July up in the same exact way, especially one that he does it once and it fucking burns him, and then he falls right back into it.
But I think that's character affectation. It's like, yeah, well, that's just the person you are.
But yeah, but like you've already got Dish as that.
Right.
Like, and he's never going to give it up. And it's like, all right, well, if things haven't changed by spring, then I'm going to move on. And then spring comes, and he's like, well, I guess I could stay on a little longer.
Well, she gave him just a little bit.
I don't think she did. I think it was something with the horses. I don't even think she didn't budge. She gave him nothing.
Yeah, she did. She
was still like absolutely like devastated over Gus.
Yeah, but she gave him some like, July, you should have.
No, I'm talking about Dish.
Dish
says if things haven't changed by spring, I'm going to move on.
Okay, I thought
and
you
then
were
spring
about July.
comes, and then they have new ponies.
And
or
he's like,
whatever. He's like, well, I guess I'll help you get these. Yeah. Like he won't fucking give it up.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about July.
He's like, come on, dude.
She did give some hope to July,
but like called him out of like, dude, you fucking suck at this.
Yeah, like I asked you to be with me without asking you, which is also
like I don't really want you to be with me, but I asked you to.
Yeah, and you did.
Actually, I didn't really ask you to. Like, I showed you what I needed.
Yeah.
And you didn't give me that. But he's just like, shit, I'm just trying to stay at your hair. I don't want to annoy you. I didn't know that was annoying you, that I was trying not to annoy you.
Yeah.
It's wild to me that they made it as a TV series, especially when you look at that cast, because that cast is lit up. Crazy.
I want to watch it.
Steve Buscemi's in it.
Yeah. I need to watch it. I want to watch. As soon as I finished it, I was like, I would love to watch this. I think I want to devote I need time to watch this.
Like, I also screwed myself up. Like, I had this vision of who Gus was in my head.
Yeah.
About halfway through, and then I went and like, who is who in the series?
Oh, I didn't even look that up.
When I did that, it fucked me up.
Oh,
and then I couldn't see anybody but Robert Duvall as Gus.
Duvall is Gus?
Yep.
Huh.
Because in my head, reading it, that first half, Gus is this huge, kind of bigger guy than Call.
Yeah, Duvall's a tiny guy.
Duvall's tiny, yeah.
Huh.
But then I couldn't see it as anybody else. But like, they do add some life into it because of just like the way that they speak specifically.
Yeah.
Like, Tommy Lee Jones has such a specific accent, and obviously so does Duvall. So like, it adds life to the characters, which is nice. But it's, sometimes like it's different than the way you perceived certain things.
Yeah.
Lonesome Dove.
Lonesome Dove. We enjoyed it. We did it. On to the next one.
On to the next one.
You got anything else?
No.
I mean, I do.
I got nothing else. I've said everything I could say.
Really? Nah, you lie. You lie like you lie.
I could pick apart every paragraph of this book. It was so good.
You could do a whole podcast just on this.
Yep. Legit.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to know, what do you think about Larry McMurtry's Lonesome Dove?
Have you read it? Have you watched it?
Oh.
What'd you think about it?
Yeah. Who is your favorite character?
Yeah.
And is there any death that is deserving within the book?
Blue Duck.
Sure.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Dude deserved it.
We'd also love to know, what do you think about the rare character line as a whole? Have you had the Lakeland Whiskey Society bottling? Have you had any of their upper proof bottlings from rare character?
They go quick.
Yeah, they do. Like, everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty dang fast.
Whoever's got it, they don't last long.
No, they do not. So we'd love to know what you think about that one. And you can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
One word, Drepandstone, DREP and Stone, livery. We do not rent pigs.
It's good to know. You can also...
Conest and Via.
You can also...
That's Latin for the dogs in the street.
You can also support Drep and Stone by rating us wherever it is you get great podcasts like this one. You can also support us through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Drep and Stone. And finally, Call.
Captain Nick.
You can support the podcast by telling someone about Drep and Stone.
Absolutely you can. And if we give you the word to do it, you will do it. On that note, hey, buddy. Hey, Captain.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Unless it's because you got attacked by Indians by a riverbank and you had to dig yourself out and you went swimming and you lost all your clothes and your gun and your food and you had to walk back to the cattle herd buck ass naked. Then your ass can show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.